Hey y'all, it's Mason Bleasdell, your Austin Realtor, and today let's talk Georgetown a little bit. This was my hometown before getting married, and so much is going on here. If you haven't kept up with it, if you're thinking about moving here, even if you live here already and you're curious to know like a little bit that you may not be aware of, let's jump into car because I want to talk about some of the things going on here in Georgetown. So I'm sure, hopefully, if you're familiar with Georgetown at all, you already know about the square here just behind me. Obviously, tons of shops and restaurants and coffee shops and live music on a Friday and a Saturday. And these are all really great, but you'll probably use these if you live here. There's a whole lot of actual quote-unquote problems or gripes that people have here living in Georgetown, and they're being fixed. They're being addressed here really quickly. Let's talk about what's going on here in Georgetown. So right over there is the old HEB, and like myself included, everybody here kind of griped about it because it's just been here forever. Georgetown's one of the oldest suburbs, you know, of Austin. It originally wasn't Austin, it was its own town, but of course as Austin's grown, it's kind of swallowed it up. But anyways, it's one of the oldest HEBs in the area, and it's so small, it just didn't have a lot of things. Well, that just got fixed because just across the street here in the Wolf Ranch shopping center, a brand new one just opened. Let's go over there. So right behind me here is the brand new HEB. I'm sure you've seen it in the news. It's got a 2-story barbecue restaurant, like all of the things. And I cannot tell you, anybody who lives in Georgetown, any of my clients, you guys who have been living here for a while know that this is absolutely the biggest benefit that Georgetown's had in a long time. Just a proper grocery store, something that actually fits the population size of Georgetown. And that leads me right to University just behind me. Let's go talk about this because this is by far the biggest gripe with Georgetown now. So without any doubt, this is University Avenue. It's the main road that runs east-west through Georgetown. This is by far, if you Google like 5 worst things about Georgetown, this is one of the ones that pops up. The traffic. Now we happen to be filming this on a holiday weekend and it's actually not too bad today, but the traffic here on any rush hour time, you know, that little section in the morning and then from like 4:30 to 6 can be so bad. The freeway 35 just over that way, the light system where going through all these different lights to get through Wolf Ranch can be, you can sit for 6 different light cycles to get through here. It can be such a massive pain. It can take you 20 minutes to go 2 miles. Now this though, they're working on, let's jump back in the car because the Southeast Inner Loop just opened, the new connection, and it's a game changer also for this. And again, Georgetown's trying so hard to create and get around all the different gripes that its homeowners and residents have had for such a long time. Let me go show you. All right, so we just pulled up to the light. We're on University Avenue, which is also Highway 29 because everything in Texas has a number and a street name. But we are pulling onto the Southwest bypass, if you want to show them out here. Now, this finally is a reprieve to some of the traffic that we get on University. The fact of the matter is there are so many communities along Highway 29 that if you're going in and out of Wolf Ranch, and the biggest one that this helps with is if you're trying to get to I-35, to go either north or south in Austin or up towards Waco. Before this, you had no options except to go through the middle of the Wolf Ranch Shopping Center in Georgetown, which is one of the biggest reasons there was so much traffic. Now, this though is all about to change because it finally connects all the way to 29, opening up a totally new corridor to be able to divert some of the traffic that was so bad off of 29. All right, so just off to my left, one of the most exciting things going on in Georgetown. This is Lennar's partnership with Icon and their 3D printed homes. They finally, after about 1.5 years worth of press, have gone on sale. One of the most unique products going on here in Georgetown. If you're interested in them, I can set up a tour. They are not open to the public. You do have to have special permission to go and see them because of all the equipment they've got loaded there. But definitely one of the coolest things happening here in Georgetown. And again, finally on sale under $500,000. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more of a traditional style home, we are now in the South Fork of Wolf Ranch. This is a whole new section. Dries, Perry, a couple other builders are building in here, and we're pulling up close to River Camp, which is going to be the brand new amenity center, an additional one for Wolf Ranch. You can see it right out the windshield here. It's gonna be a full-on amenity center. They're gonna have indoor-outdoor space to host parties. They're gonna have a huge pool, walking trails that eventually will connect all the way into Georgetown. That's probably gonna take a few years, but so much is happening here in Georgetown, and Wolf Ranch is definitely a spot to consider if you're thinking about moving here. So I know I'm gonna sound like such a dad right now, but we're finally at the north edge of Georgetown, and Costco is just now opening here. Now, there are quite a few Costco's around the Austin area now, but the nearest one to this location prior to is you gotta go 20 minutes down the toll road to get into Pflugerville, or you go all the way into Cedar Park. Now, either way, it's not a massive inconvenience because Costco is not normally something you just go shopping at twice a week, but it's a huge benefit to have here in Georgetown. It's also so interesting, the part of Georgetown that this is going on in. This is, of course, the very north edge of Georgetown, and as I'm going to show you in here in just a second, so much of Georgetown is finally starting to expand. It still feels rural, but the best part about Georgetown and all my clients that have moved here is it feels so much like a community, like a standalone town, not just a suburb of Austin, whereas a lot of the other ones do feel that way. This is just even helping it stand alone on its own even more. All right, y'all, we're gonna find out how good this HEB barbecue is. I do hope you enjoyed this tour around Georgetown. If you're thinking about moving here, if you have any questions at all, send me a call, text, email. I'd love to be that resource for you here in Georgetown. I love this town, and I'd love to take you here yourself. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.